Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 6. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Hello everyone, I'm Regina Ahn. In Idaho right now, confusion between the state's top leaders. The state's Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeachin filed an executive order today that would ban any public entity from enacting a mask mandate.
Governor Brad Little's spokesperson claims this all came as a surprise as he's out of town. KREM 2's Ian Smay live in the newsroom tonight with what we know about this situation. Ian?
Yeah, good evening, guys. Janice McGeachin is acting as governor while Little meets with Republican governors in Nashville. He's scheduled to return later tonight. McGeachin said in a tweet this morning that she signed the order to protect the rights and liberties of individuals and businesses by prohibiting the state and its political subdivisions, including public schools, from imposing mask mandates in our state. She's been a staunch critic of mask mandates during the pandemic. And this has caught the Coeur d'Alene School District off guard. They currently have a mask mandate implemented at Lake City High School due to COVID-19 outbreaks. The district said in a statement this afternoon that it wasn't given advance notice of the executive order and is working with its legal team and Governor Little's office concerning their mask mandate. They also said there is currently no plans to change the mask rule at Lake City unless legal counsel or the school board changes that policy. That means that as of now, masks will still be required at Lake City High School tomorrow. It's important to note that Governor Brad Little has never implemented a statewide mask mandate. He instead left mandates to smaller levels of government, such as cities and health districts, and has said that wearing a mask is an individual decision. Now, there has been some confusion over how McGeachin was able to make this crucial decision without actually being the elected governor. Well, the Idaho state constitution states that the lieutenant governor assumes the governor's role when he or she has a, quote, temporary absence from the state. With Governor Little out of town, McGeachin is able to do anything she would normally be able to do if she were the elected governor. Governor Little's office has released a statement about McGeachin's executive order. It reads in part, throughout the pandemic, Governor Little has been committed to protecting the health and safety of the people of Idaho and has emphasized the importance of Idahoans choosing to protect our neighbors and loved ones and keeping our economy and schools open. The governor's office will release a more detailed statement after reviewing the executive action closer. Now, this is the first time McGeachin has had the chance to act as governor since last June, and what makes this all the more interesting is that McGeachin has already announced that she will be running against Brad Little in the Republican primary when he is up for re-election in 2022. In the newsroom tonight, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.
Ian, thank you. New at 6 now, our vaccine team collaborated with Spokane Regional Health to break down vaccine rates in Spokane County by zip code.
The data shows a huge discrepancy throughout the county. The zip code shaded in green on this map right here had the lowest vaccination rates. In South Spokane County, 99018 and 99012 both have vaccination rates below 27%. Meantime, up north, 99009 and Elk came in at 25%. The zip code for Fairchild Air Force Base had the lowest rate, but that is likely due to vaccine doses being reported to the Department of Defense and the VA and not the Department of Health in Spokane County. The zip code with the highest vaccine rate is 99203, which is on Spokane South Hill. It has a vaccine rate just over 60%. Two other South Hill zip codes, 99223 and 99204, also had vaccine rates higher than 50%.
Well, it may not look like it right now, but it is a sure sign of summer because Tom's Barbecue Forecast is back here at KREM. It combines all of our favorite things: summer grilling, good weather, and of course helping the fight against hunger.
Yeah, can't forget about Tom Sherry himself. He's out on the Outdoor Weather Center tonight. Tom, my goodness, about an hour ago, it was blowing pretty good up here. How's the situation this hour?
It was blowing like crazy, and we had reports from, where am I at here? Am I on this one or am I on, we want me to go on this one here? We got a whole gang out here, ladies and gentlemen. So it was blowing crazy. We had wind gusts in the upper 40s today out in the Post Falls area. My gosh, they got deluged with all kinds of heavy rainfall and strong winds. We have a little glimpse of sun out here. It will not stop me. We're going to barbecue this year, and we're going to have a good time. And I mentioned during our previous broadcast that the masks are gone for everybody here at KREM 2 because I think almost all of us are vaccinated, and so we're able to share food this year. We weren't able to do that last summer as we're trying to keep everybody safe. Well, now with the vaccinations, the shots in the arm, we get to do burgers and dogs tonight. That's what we're doing this evening. Charlie over here, we're doing burgers and dogs and looking good. It's just a simple one, and then next week I'll have all kinds of great stuff, brand new recipes for you to enjoy. Come with me over here. Can we go over here now? Let's go to the big green wall. There you are, folks. Look at this. We've got this going on for you. Blowing dust advisory. And in fact, I know it's already 6 o'clock, but now it's been extended until 8 o'clock. So that's new information for you. This was until 6 p.m. earlier today. Now it's been extended until 8 p.m. So incredibly strong winds across the area. So far, the average wind speeds at the airport are 35 miles per hour. We've got some dust in the air around here too. 26-mile-an-hour winds in the Ritzville area. Calm, isn't that crazy? Over in areas of northern Idaho and western Montana, but down in Pullman, 24-mile-an-hour winds. We had a peak wind gust here in the upper 30s. Right now, we're at 66 degrees. You can see out at the airport, wind is out of the southwest right now at 35 miles per hour, and it's still storming over on Coeur d'Alene Lake. I hope nobody's out on the big water out there. And when you look at the Doppler radar, you can see that the showers have moved out of the Spokane area, but still very busy in northern Idaho as well as into some portions of the Palouse. Let's get a close-up view, and there you can see it. Some of it was some thunderstorm activity as it ramped up over the higher elevations of Shoshone County, northern Shoshone County. So this is all what we talked about what was going to be happening, the fact that we were going to have this kind of stormy weather. Once the sun sets, we'll look for decreasing stormy weather. We'll look for an overnight low of 45. It is a cold front, so we'll go from our high today of 72 down to 65 tomorrow. A few showers, I think, but not nearly as numerous as we saw today, and it won't be as windy as well. And my gosh, I may as well be forecasting for the 4th of July. This is very, very warm. So all the rain that we got today, that was a very good thing. We're looking for 74 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday, and on Memorial Day Monday, 84 degrees, 14 degrees above average. I'll have the rest of your 10-day outlook and your barbecue forecast all coming up in a few minutes.
Wish we had smell-o-vision, Tom, because that looks fantastic,
well,
and you could kind of imagine what those burgers would smell like, right?
Well,
Burgers
absolutely.
And hot dogs. Can't go wrong.
And let me tell you something, you know, I think a backyard barbecue with friends and family won't be taken for granted this summer because, quite frankly, last year we couldn't do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Amen to that, Tom. We'll check back with you later in the broadcast.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Meantime, felony charges have been filed against 3 Tacoma Police Department officers related to the deaths of Manuel Ellis. Ellis, a 33-year-old black man, died in handcuffs while being restrained by Tacoma police back on March 3rd. Washington State Attorney General Bob Ferguson filed the felony charges in Pierce County Superior Court. Christopher Burbank and Matthew Collins are charged with second-degree murder. Timothy Rankin is charged with first-degree manslaughter. With the charges, warrants were issued for the 3 officers' arrests. This is the first time the AG's office criminally charged police officers in Washington State for the unlawful use of deadly force.
The 3 officers facing those felony charges are still on the Tacoma Police Department force, and they're getting paid.
Yeah, they're on leave right now. Tacoma's mayor wants them fired, but that will take some time. Drew Mickelson with our sister station explains why tonight.
Intensify questions about the safety of Black lives here in the city of Tacoma.
Tacoma Mayor Victoria Woodards hopes the community shows the same patience shown by the family of Manuel Ellis. She and the police chief say as a result of Ellis's death, changes are coming.
We realize we must reduce outcomes that cause pain and diminish trust within our community. We are committed to upholding accountability of individual officers who violate their oath to protect and serve.
These charges are not an ending. They are part of the beginning we embark upon to make Tacoma a better place.
It could have been my son that was killed over here.
State Representative Melanie Morgan represents the neighborhood where Ellis was killed. Earlier this year in Olympia, she worked to pass bills to change how police can enforce laws. The neck restraint used on Ellis is now a prohibited police tactic. She called today a first step towards justice.
There are many stories that are not being told of Black and brown people being murdered on these streets. And today, we've said something loudly in the state of Washington. Enough is enough. Time is up. We are going to serve justice to victims